The team tagged Dad's Army not so long ago was on the march to an unlikely grand final berth. They'd already snared 2 sizable scalps in the finals, and now they were gunning for the biggest of them all, in the shape of this year's minor premiers, the Sydney Roosters. Freshened up by a break following their bruising 4-0 defeat at Manly, the tricolours looked sharp at the start, with their halves combining brilliantly.
Oh, Pearce with a little swerve, got it away to Maloney. Maloney's close, but that's as close as he is. He's up against the pad. Wow.
And even though Jeremy Smith helped to stop James Maloney, the Kiwi enforcer also found himself on report for exerting excessive pressure on the pivot's head. It didn't stop Maloney from getting the scoring underway though.
Well, there's the 2 points off the boot of the man that was down injured.
Danny Badiris found himself in the path of a human steamroller called Jared Waria-Hargreaves, who had just served a 1-match ban for raising his elbow. But this contact survived scrutiny from upstairs, and the retiring Newcastle champion was taken to hospital for precautionary scans. Tyrone Roberts squared things up at 2-2 with a penalty that was unrelated to that collision, but they were about to be dealt a devastating double blow.
Maloney is kicking down to Uwate, and up goes Tupou. Tupou comes down with the football. There's the first try of the night, scored by Daniel Tupou.
The Roosters showed how lethal they can be in their next set, although it did carry a sizable question mark.
His offload was dubious, but Napa's into the backfield. Pearce goes down to the fullback. He got away from him. He gave it to Jennings. Jennings reeled away. They're looking dangerous. He's over Jennings. Jennings has scored again within about 2 minutes of the previous try. Jennings has scored for the Sydney Roosters.
Roberts added his second penalty goal after the halftime siren had sounded, trimming his team's deficit to 8 at the break. The young man that grabbed the evening's opening try sparked the Sydney-siders' second-half surge with a stunning counter-attack.
And away goes Daniel Tupou, over halfway. He's got one to beat coming in cover.
Before a back-row buddy finished things off.
That bounce could have gone either way. Here is Jennings now. It's a zigzag line from Newcastle. Guerra, if he passes, he doesn't have to pass. Guerra, he scores for the red, white and blue.
The Knights had been brave, but their resistance was about to be broken.
Here's Jennings. Jennings is away. Here comes another try. The flying Michael Jennings goes in to score his second for the night.
When Maloney motored through 5 minutes later, the Bondi boys were grand final bound.
Through the hole, Maloney. Orbison chimes in. Orbison scores. Try number 5.
Even nuggety little rakes, more accustomed to barging over from dummy half, featured in the long-range Rooster rampage.
Going down, and Friend picks it up. Scampers away. Down past the 30. They're chasing, but they're chasing to no avail. And the little number 9, Jake Friend, adds to the scoreboard.
Up by 30, Trent Robinson's side understandably started pondering their date at the big dance with Manly, leaking 2 quick tries to their old teammate Joey Leilua. With a minute remaining, the Roosters capped their big night off in fitting fashion.
Pearce goes away to Guerra, and Guerra scores his second of the night.
Well, I remember how busy the week was, the grand final breakfast and all the hype. I think we're in a different position than we are this year around. So the boys were really focused on this game. We've got the job done, and we've got a big task ahead of us next week, but I can't wait.
Preliminary final performances don't get much more emphatic than that, with the Sydney Roosters making their 6th decider in 14 seasons. David Rollins, NRL.com.
NRL Live is the only app that lets you watch every game of the 2013 NRL Final Series live. With free live scores, stats, streaming radio, video highlights, Dream Team and tipping available. Download the NRL Live app from the App Store today.